Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Jer. Esther Ransom, very good. Bit saucy, eh? Today, Wednesday, 4th of July, 2018, US Independence Day. Live till 5, it's the big show. It's Steve Wright in the afternoon. Hello.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
Stand up on the cloud, shout out now, the one for me. Feel love by my side, the world will be mine, the one for me. With this new love I found, takes my feet up off the ground to fly away. With this new love I did, takes away my every fear, don't go away. You just don't know what you did to me, but I'm not the same. I'm not the same. Since you gave me love and shelter from the rain. You just don't know how you make me feel. Your sweet love, girl, it's so unreal. I've got love desire. Since you love it, my soul's on fire. I'll stand up on the cloud, shout out now, you're the one for me. With your love by my side, the world will be mine, you're the one for me. I'm riding on a cloud, to shout it out loud, you're my own. Baby, hold on tight for the rest of my life. Don't let me fall. You just don't know what you did to me, but I'm not the same. I'm not the same. Since you gave me love and shelter from the rain. You just don't know how you make me feel. Your sweet love, girl, is so unreal. I got love desire from your love. My soul's on fire. With the love I have inside of me, we can turn this world around. We can live through all eternity, and we never touch the ground. We'll take a chance to ride upon the star to a place that's far away. The light of love will shine on us forever and a day. With the love I have inside of me, we can turn this world around. We can live through all eternity, and we never touch the ground. We'll take a chance to ride upon the star to a place that's far away. The light of love will shine on us forever.
You're the one for me, D-Train.
Love I have inside of me,
I love it, I love it, I love it. Well, are you still hot and sweaty? Just come close, hang on. How do you feel now, all right? I'm your fan. Now, let me apologise if you're in Ireland, Wales or Scotland. Hands up for Harry Kane's penalty. Yes! Yes! Hands up for Eric Dyer. Come on. Hands up for Jordan Pickford's save. Hands up for beating Sweden on Saturday.
I never came to the beach or stood by the ocean. I never never sat by the shore under the sun with my feet in the sand, but you brought me here, and I'm happy that you did, 'cause now I'm as free as birds catching the wind. I always thought I would sink, so I never swam. I never went boating, don't get how they are floating, and sometimes I get so scared of what I can't understand. But here I am, next to you. The sky is more blue in Malibu, next to you in Malibu, next to you. We watch the sun go down as we're walking. I'd spend the rest of my life just standing here talking. You explain the current as I just smile, hoping that you'll stay the same and nothing will change, and it'll be us just for a while. Do they even exist? That's when I make a wish to swim away with the fish, 'cause it's supposed to be this high all summer long. I never would have believed you if 3 years ago you told me I'd be here writing this song. But here I am, next to you. The sky is so blue in Malibu, next to you.
We'll talk briefly about the football later.
Like the waves that flow.
There's Miley Cyrus, Malibu. You can email us steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. That's steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2.
It's a brand new
good afternoon to you wherever you are.
A dream come true.
I think we'll take a look at the weather next. Now.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine. I've just ordered a stepladder. Sadly, that's a ladder without a father. Oh. Sorry, Steve, silly remark. Call me if you want me to leave the room.
Another warm and sunny afternoon. Cloudier in the south with some showers. Some showers where? High of 26 in Altrincham. That's the high today, Altrincham. Tonight, dry and clear for most and feeling fresher, slightly fresher. Tomorrow, dry, sunny with scattered showers in the south and southeast. Sunset tonight in Glasgow, it's 10:03. In Manchester, 9:39. In Cardiff, 9:32. And Norwich, it's 9:20. Good afternoon, this is Steve Wright in the afternoon. steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291. And tweet us at BBC Radio 2.
Zoom, just one look, and then my heart went boom. Suddenly, in endless bloom, looking down on a wonderland. Oh, smack, just one kiss and I was out of whack. All at once there was no turning back. Oh, so far above the brightest star. Oh, soon you chase the day away. I knew the moon and stars came out to play. Soon you chase the day away. I knew the moon and stars came out to play. And then my whole wide world went so. I touched the rainbow as we went flying by. Faster and faster, we were higher than high. For once in my lifetime, I was finally free. And you gave that to me.
Fat Larry's band, Zoom. The pollen index is high across the UK today, apart from the very north of Scotland where it's low. Holiday destinations, here we go. Canary Islands, a little bit of cloud, but mainly sunny and 24 Celsius. Menorca is sunny and will stay around 30 for the rest of the week and into the weekend. Costa Brava, clear blue skies and very hot at 33. Paris currently is sunny and 28 today, very hot. Rain forecast for tomorrow, though, in Paris, France. Crete is warm and sunny with sunny spells and highs of 31 all week. Amalfi Coast, Italy is sunny and a high 20 today. Well, that's 20, 21, 22, something like that. That's not too warm for that part of the world. Faro, Portugal, cloudy and 22. Fuerteventura, make the best of today's sunshine, it says. It's looking cloudy for the next couple of days. And Izmir, Turkey, very hot and sunny with highs of 38.
Ese amor llega así, esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Caballo le dan sabana, porque es muy despreciado, por eso no te perdono llorar. Ese amor llega así, esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Amor de compra y venta, amor del pasado. Ven, Belén, ven, Belén, ven, Belén, ven, ven, Belén, ven, Belén. Bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. No te da perdón de Dios. Tú eres mi vida, la fortuna del destino. El destino te desaparado. Lo mismo ya callé, lo mismo soy yo. No te encuentro lavando. Eres posible, no te encuentro de verdad. Por eso un día no cuento así de nada. Lo mismo ya callé, lo pienso en ti. Bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así.
Just hearing that, I'm already in Porto Banús.
Bambolea, porque mi vida yo la pretendo vivir así. Bambolea,
Just in that cafe on the jetty there.
porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así.
Bamboleo. Gypsy Kings. Ta-da-dum. Today, top Hollywood actor on his latest movie, First Reformed, Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke on the show today. There's Helen Cullen, writer, discussing her debut novel. It's called The Lost Letters of William Wolfe. Tim Smith, Bobby Pryor, Claire Runacres, Shoujo Saka. The oldies chosen by Shannon Kirk in Columbia, Missouri in the USA. 4th of July today. Emails, texts and tweets, social media, news from the net, the showbiz, the lifestyle, the ends news. All on Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Great
Stitches. Shawn Mendes.
I thought that I've been hurt before, but no one's ever left me quite this sore. Your words cut deeper than a knife. Now I need someone to breathe me back to life. Got a feeling that I'm going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive if I quit calling you my lover and move on. You watch me bleed till I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, aching, begging you to come out. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, just like a moth drawn to a flame. Oh, you lured me in, I couldn't sense the pain. Your bitter heart cold to the touch. Now I'm gonna reap what I sow. I'm left seeing red on my own. Got a feeling that I'm going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive if I quit calling you my lover and move on. You watch me bleed till I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, aching, begging you to come out. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and the thread, gonna wind up dead. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and the thread, gonna wind up dead. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and the thread, gonna wind up dead. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Get you out of my head. You watch me bleed till I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. Falling on my knees. Without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, aching, begging you to come out.
Shawn Mendes. Stitches on Radio 2.
Steve,
Yes.
Mr. Bennett here. Can you spin me in some Dua Lipa?
Maybe later.
I'm without your kisses.
Steve, we're on our way back from Bournemouth, travelling to North Essex after seeing Earth, Wind and Fire last night. I have seen them 8 times, and they are fabulous. Sarah and Craig, I know. Righty, give us a shout out, Steve Preston in Portsmouth. I'm still decorating in my shorts. What's to decorate in there then? Oh, I see, in your shorts. That's over 2 weeks now. Cheers, Righty. It's absolutely my pleasure.
This is Mr. Bennett. You can email the big show, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. You might like to text 88291 or tweet him at BBC Radio 2. Very modern.
Very modern.
Welcome aboard aboard this Alan and Mel Airways flight to your summer escape.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Alan, do you know how to drive this thing?
Do you mean this fake plane?
Alan Carr and Melanie Sykes.
We're back for another summer season of fabulous fun.
I've got my trunk.
Oh, Alan, not those awful things again.
There's nothing wrong with these. What's in your case?
Not that much, really.
Why have you got all that?
We've got 10 weeks together, Alan.
Oh, Mel, all I've brought is my badges.
It's Alan and Mel's Summer Escape.
Coming in for landing.
Saturday morning from 10.
On BBC Radio 2.
2:25 now. I love this song. Alphaville. Forever, for a minute, a pom pom pom. Forever young.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad man. Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's played by the madman. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever young. Some are like water, some are like the heat. Some are a melody and some are the beat. Sooner or later they all will be gone. Why don't they stay young? It's so hard to get old without a cause. I don't want to perish like a fleeing horse. Youth like diamonds in the sun, and diamonds are forever. So many adventures couldn't happen today. So many songs we forgot to play. So many dreams swinging out of the blue. But let them come true. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever young?
Forever young. Alphaville, Forever Young. Hey, Stephen team, loving the show. Currently sat in the world's stuffiest office, but your shoe is cheering me up. That's James Holgate, currently in Durham Town. And Steve, it's Joanna. Me and hubby Gavin are travelling back from a lovely break in the Cotswolds. You're keeping us amused. Excellent work. Doing our best. Forever young.
Joe Wiley and Simon Mayo.
We'll bring you 3 hours of the greatest music, chat and early evening entertainment.
And all the big names from music, film, TV and more.
Hello and welcome to the show. It's been a long, hot day for many.
Top writer, Catelyn Moran, hello, how are you?
You two toured last year, and because I was part of the show, the note comes down, Bonnie would like to meet you before the shows. At which point I decided that I should play it cool and went, well, I'm kind of all booked up with Love Island at the moment, so I'll see if I can fit you in.
And this Thursday, I'll be live from the BBC's Maida Vale studios with a very special performance from Florence and the Machine.
Joe Wiley and Simon Mayo. Weekdays from 5 on BBC Radio 2.
2:30. If you're an American person, Happy Independence Day.
This is President Trump. This is President Trump. Steve, I like that song, This is America. Social commentary beyond compare. But that Gambino is very childish. Very, very childish. Steve, don't you think that Tim Smith should go for that Michael Gove look?
Definitely.
That's it, loser.
Great title, The Blossoms. There's a reason why I never return your calls. Good afternoon.
The Big Show. Big Show. The Big Show with Steve.
Auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May it take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got want you to have it all.
I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all.
May you be as fascinating as a slap bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct. And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. Or may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. Or may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all.
I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all.
Oh, I want you to have it all. All you can imagine. Oh,
Jason Mraz, I want you to have it. Oh, at 9 o'clock tonight. Now that's what I call compilations. As the Now series of compilations prepares to release its 100th album, Gary Davis asks what the future holds for compilation albums in the age of streaming. Featuring contributions from Westlife's Marcus Healy, Nadine Coyle and the girls from Girls Aloud, Ali Campbell from UB40, Kylie Minogue, Kevin 17, Limal, Anne Marie, and Callum Scott, and Marky Goodyear, who does the shouting on those ads.
You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to
now, that's what I call a show.
Without you, I want you to have it all.
I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all.
And now, let's bring on Bobby Pryor and Tim Smith. It's the heat. Here's Bobby.
An estimated 1 million dogs in the US have been named primary beneficiaries in their owners' wills.
Here's Tim.
The fluffy pus caterpillar looks harmless, but underneath its fluffy hair, you'll find poisonous spines. If you touch one of these, the spines will break off and they'll stay in your skin, causing sharp pain and aggravation. Then numbness and possibly a rash and blisters. Be careful, be aware of the fluffy pus caterpillar.
Oh, it's not your hair.
Not my hair.
No. Here's Bobby.
After leaving office, Ronald Reagan was offered the role of Hill Valley's mayor in Back to the Future 3.
Wow. The average iceberg weighs 20 million tonnes. 20 million.
According to recent scientific research, happiness levels are about 50% genetic, 10% circumstance, and 40% choice. That means that a large part of your happiness is under your control.
Oh, thanks.
Factoids.
If you wanna talk to me, know that I am plain to see, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't want this fame to be staining my reality.
James, the climax of England's World Cup penalty shootout win over Colombia was watched by 23.6 million viewers. Now, that's the peak. We said...
I said 18.4, didn't I? Or 18.6. And you went, really? That much? I said, yes. In fact, it was more than that.
Well, no, it was about 16 because they average it down. Do you know what I mean? They cum it down.
Oh, now you're just playing with statistics.
I'm not, honestly.
But how can they get everybody? Because so many people watching on smartphones. I was in a combination of places while the match was on. So people were walking down Oxford Street watching the match live. Then there were people in pubs. There were people on the trains trying to keep up with it. It was fantastic. It was such a brilliant event that most people were involved in. And even if you didn't like the football, what a fabulous, fabulous evening. I do have a question though.
Well, hang on, hold that question. As you know, last night at the Spartak Stadium in Moscow, England beat Colombia on penalties, just in case you're on the moon, in the last game in the round of 16, and they'll now face Sweden on Saturday in the quarter-finals. Harry Kane gave England the lead with a penalty in the 57th minute before Colombia scored a dramatic equaliser in added time just to send the match to extra time and penalties. Eric Dyer scored the decisive spot kick to give England victory, 4-3 on penalties.
Think of all those years of penalty shootout hurt. Eric Dyer to stride up to change a little bit of that for England. And Dyer does it! England win a World Cup penalty shootout for the first time ever. Maybe times are changing. This team is changing things. And England have dug as deep as they can to find a way through to the quarter-finals of the World Cup and a date with Sweden in Samara.
So Tim was at home, I was at home in my place in London. You were down the road a bit, and we're texting each other. And
everybody texting me. My mate Bryn's texting me, Rick's texting me, Dave's texting me. You're texting me to say, crikey, they're not really playing fair. You're getting all upset about their tactics.
Well, in the first half, I mean, right, that was a bit aggressive, wasn't it?
It was a bit aggressive, and also, scraping the penalty spot with their foot. That's not in the rules at all.
Did you two find it really, really, really stressful?
Yes.
What did you do with that stress? Did you kind of hide? Did you have a pillow in front of your face?
I did have to look around, look away, and I had to go out into the kitchen and have a drink.
I did.
And then just
do some washing up.
I know you have to do something, don't you? It is very stressful. And I think you sent me a thing, didn't you, Tim? My blood pressure's back down now.
Yeah, eventually. But I had to go and have a lie down.
But imagine what it was like for you. What about the goalie? Who was the goalie in that match?
Jordan Pickford.
I mean, it's all on him, isn't it? I mean, football's a team game, but really, in that situation, only he can save us. In that situation, only he
Well, it's not
can
actually
save
that
us.
bad in a sense, because nobody expects him to save the penalty, and he did. And I was saying to you earlier that when he saved that penalty in the shootout, I literally just shouted out, "He saved it! He saved it!"
I think you used a slight swear word, didn't
There
you?
were some other words involved there, and the neighbours heard all of that, so I had to calm down after that.
On the subject of the VAR, first of all, by the way, the aggressive tactics in the first half, in my view, were completely out of order. In a way, it's not sport. That's only my view, and I know it's been part of football, but if it's a tactic, it's a tactic that doesn't really work, because if you annoy another team like that and try and goad them, then what happens is that team, i.e. England, will play all the harder to win.
Well, England did do that last night, yeah, you're absolutely right, but sometimes when the teams employed those kind of tactics, teams will crumble under those tactics, because basically they were just being a little bit naughty at times and trying to frustrate England, but England came through it and they did well, yeah.
And what about the VAR in the first half? Why didn't the ref take any notice of that?
I've no idea. We're all discussing VAR. Sometimes they seem to refer to it and take action, sometimes they don't. But yeah, there was that headbutting incident, and really the guy should have been sent off. But don't ask me why. I'm still trying to figure out what VAR actually does and doesn't do.
So England's Three Lions heroes now face Sweden in the quarter-finals on Saturday afternoon, and I think what I might do is listen on 5 Live, because can I take it anymore?
I can't take anymore, no.
And then be on the road somewhere, because it'll be empty roads.
We're going on holiday on Saturday,
Oh, yeah.
and we're due to enter the property we're staying at 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
No, really?
I swear that is the truth, yes.
Just very quickly, Ethan Hawke and Helen Cullen on with us later. Today is US Independence Day. Happy Independence Day to all my American end of my family and anybody I know who's American. The 179th Henley Royal Regatta Rowing Championships have begun and will be on until Sunday. The Healthcare Technology Conference is on in Manchester. The World Choir Games start in Pretoria in South Africa. Rag and Bowman plays Manchester. Put the blame on me. Tom Jones and Martha Reeves are both playing gigs in London. And happy birthday our friend Joe Wiley.
If any of you were addicted to Keeping Faith, you'll know the star of that show. It saw me through a flight when I went to Texas. I watched the whole thing back to back, completely obsessed with it all. And it's just wonderful. Her name is Eve Miles. She will be on our show after 6 o'clock.
Happy birthday, Joe. We'll see you later. You're on The Big Show.
Spent 24 hours, I need more hours with you. You spent the weekend getting even. Ooh. We spent the late nights making things right between us. But now it's all good, babe. Roll that backward, babe, and play me close. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. I spent last night on the last flight to you. I took a whole day up, trying to get way up. Ooh. We spent the daylight trying to make things right between us. And now it's all good, babe. Roll that backward, babe, and play me close. Yeah, 'cause girls like you roll around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Stephen team, can you give a shout out to me and my husband John in Dovedale, Derbyshire? We've just opened a nano brewery and are getting ready for our first festival at the beginning of August. Loving the show and thank you all for keeping us company in the brew house. That's from Andrea. And Steve, my partner David and I are currently driving to Dartmoor just to stay in a luxury shepherd's hut. Now, is that the shepherd that's the luxury or the hut? You know, I thought maybe it's the shepherd. Maybe he just drinks champagne all the time. Eats quail's eggs. Never done it before and looking forward to it. That's Julianne. Thank you, Julianne. 11 to 3, we're back with Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to the M8 on the eastbound side, 28 Glasgow Airport, 27 for Paisley. There's an accident, so one lane is shut on the eastbound route. M6 southbound, Cumbria, 39 Shap, 38 for T-Bay. One lane is closed, but traffic's coping reasonably well. M56, the Sharston link eastbound. We've still got this breakdown at junction 1 for the M60. Queues about to 3 at Bagley. That's pretty hefty queue through there. And then to the M1 southbound at Meadowhall, junction 34, the entry slip road is partially blocked. That's because of a breakdown. A10 southbound is closed with this accident at White Hart Lane. So south of the M25, you've got big queues. And the M25 at the top, anti-clockwise, 25 to 24, Enfield to Potters Bar. There's a broken down vehicle. One lane is shut. And then the M20 on the westbound side, 11 to 10 to Ashford South. There's an accident that's closed one lane. And then finally, A31 eastbound and east of Winchester, still closed between Chilcombe and the New Alresford turn-off following this earlier accident. Back with another one in 40 minutes.
Ethan Hawke on with us later.
Does he love me? I wanna know. How can I tell if he loved me so? Is it in his eyes? Oh no, you'll be deceived. Is it in his eyes? Oh no, you'll make believe if you wanna know. If he loves you so, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh yeah, or is it in his face? Oh no, it's just his charm in his one embrace. Oh no, that's just his arm.
Social media companies are deliberately addicting users to their products for financial gain. Silicon Valley insiders. Who are these insiders? Well, actually, on BBC's Panorama, you'll find out all about it. It's as if they're taking behavioural cocaine and just sprinkling it all over your interface, and that's the thing that keeps you coming back and back and back, said former Mozilla and Jawbone employee Asa Raskin. That's all on Panorama tonight. Very interesting. Cadbury Chewits and Squashies Sweets have become the first companies to have online adverts banned under new rules. New rules, targeting junk food ads for children. I mentioned earlier that the rating for the football last night over on ITV, this is the FIFA World Cup 2018, England v Colombia, 16.6. That's what it comes down to, but it's a 70% share, which is fantastic. So I don't know what was on the other side. I think it might have been regional news and stuff, or Planet Earth. And
it was an old episode of Death in Paradise, wasn't
was
it?
it?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it going to be then for Saturday at the quarter-final stage?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I think it might be a draw, go to penalties.
No, I mean the TV audience.
Oh, I see.
Please don't incite penalties.
Oh, I can't
take any more penalties.
It might have been my fault for mentioning penalties yesterday.
I think it'd be 25 million, yeah. Blame Wrighty for the penalty shootout.
I don't know, yeah, maybe a Saturday afternoon. It could be up to 20 million, 25 maybe, yeah.
I think
that would be the hugest audience of all time.
Yeah.
It's on the BBC?
It's on BBC, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And hopefully on French television as well, because that's where I'll be.
Oh, okay. Today is Independence Day in the US. The 4th of July has been a holiday in America since 1941, but the tradition of Independence Day goes back to the 18th century and, of course, the American Revolution. It celebrates the adoption of the Declaration of Independence in 1776, which declared the 13 American colonies regarding themselves as a new nation. The United States of America were no longer part of the British Empire. The Prince of Wales is to appear on BBC Two's Gardener's World later this month. Too many of us are neglecting the to-do exercise for strong muscles and bones, says Public Health England. It's launched a new report giving advice on how people can age better by doing the right workouts.
Are we going to do that right workout?
No, we're not. What you got over there?
Okay, first of all, think about your home.
Yes.
What is the most underused space, and have you got enough space? Because there's a new survey that identifies the top 10 underused spaces in homes. Now, I thought lots of new homes weren't big enough and didn't provide enough space.
Yeah.
But apparently, the boiler room, the study, space under the stairs, second bathrooms, garden, garage, all underused. Dining room, garden shed, spare bedrooms, all underused. But what the top space is that is underused?
What?
The attic.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and here I think about this, because the attic is huge, but the space to get stuff through it is tiny. I
know.
can barely get myself through it.
But the problem is you get up there and you come through the ceiling, don't you? Because the floor is very, very lightweight.
Well, also, there's no kind of weight.
In an Inspector Clouseau way.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Go on.
You fool. You don't put your foot on that bit, whatever you do.
Don't you know that, Kato?
Don't stand there. The 8-year-old always says, can I walk on that stuff? No, you can't walk on that stuff. The insulation, I mean. Listen, I don't agree with that whatsoever. My attic is like the TARDIS. How my wife gets half of it up there, I don't know, but there is so much stuff up there.
Well, you don't put stuff up there yourself?
Well, I put some of it, obviously, yeah.
Did you hear what he said? How my wife gets up there?
Most of it's There's Christmas decorations up there, most of which don't ever see the light of day, not even at Christmas.
But is your attic overloaded? Because
Yes.
is there a kind of weight overload? Do houses ever fall down because they've got too much in their attic?
No,
Oh,
is the
never?
answer. No, I don't think so.
Well, I don't think the house falls down, but I'm sure one or two ceilings have come through.
Yeah.
Surely. Depends where you actually store it. We've got a platform up there. Keep it on there. Hopefully it should be all right.
Where do you keep all the packaging that comes with, with the stuff that's delivered?
Well, I throw that away for recycling.
No, you see, you have to keep everything, I think, for as long as the warranty or the guarantee.
Yeah.
So up go your boxes to your printers,
Yes.
and then 2 years later you go and go, yep, printer still works, that's fine, but the box can go now because you don't have your warranty,
Exactly.
unless you have a guarantee. Because you need your original box. There's nothing like sending stuff back that's come with all its packaging. How are you going to send it back if you don't have the right thing?
Yeah, you can't send it back in a carrier bag, can you?
Well, I'll have to then, because all those boxes have gone as far as I'm concerned.
Ethan Hawke's with us later. Great actor, very cool guy. I love Ethan Hawke. He's one of my favourite actors ever. Top Hollywood actor. His latest film is called First Reformed, and he plays like a cool dude, obviously. And then we got Helen Cullen, writer, discussing her debut novel, and it's a peculiar kind of thing. Well, you'll find out all about it later. The Lost Letters of William Wolfe.
Slither, sinner, like a snake in the grass. Wolf in sheep's clothing with words made of glass. And I say, ooh, girl, step on the scene. Don't you know what it's on me? Ooh, girl, caught in between. Don't you know the grass ain't green? Ooh, girl, step on the scene. Don't you know the word is on me? Ooh, girl, caught in between. Don't you know the grass ain't green? Smoke and mirror, what the spell you have cast. Cruel predictions have all come to pass. The earth is shaking and the sky is tumbling down. Shaking my tree till my leaves fall to the ground. And I said, fall to the ground, fall to the ground, fall to the, fall to the, fall to the ground. And I said, ooh, girl, step on the scene. Don't you know the word is on me? Ooh, girl, caught in between. Don't you know the grass ain't green? Ooh, girl, step on the scene. Don't you know the word is on me? Ooh, girl, caught in between. Don't you know the grass ain't green? Don't you know the world is on me? Don't you know? Don't you know the world is on me? Don't you know? Don't you know?
That's a great voice. Snakes, Diva Mahal.
Look to the mountains. Look to the mountains. Look to the mountains.
Yeah, if you need a shout out, you can email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291, tweet us at BBC Radio 2, right through the afternoon. Happy to do it for you. And good afternoon if you're on your holidays. Been on your holidays yet? When we come back, the non-stop oldies chosen by Shannon Kirk in Columbia, Missouri, USA. Happy holidays.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Claire Ronacres. Police in Greater Manchester say they now believe a huge moorland fire near Stalybridge may have been started deliberately. The blaze began 11 days ago and at one stage left a huge plume of smoke hanging over parts of Manchester, Merseyside and Lancashire. Danny Savage reports.
Police say at around 7:30 p.m. on Sunday the 24th of June there were reports of people lighting a bonfire on the moors near Stalybridge. This is now being investigated as the possible cause of the huge blaze, which went on to engulf several square miles of upland and is still burning. Detectives describe the scale of the fire as exceptional and say they're treating it with the utmost seriousness. The Saddleworth blaze was the first of two moorland fires in the region. A second at Winter Hill near Bolton is also still being tackled.
Counter-terrorism police are investigating after two people were left critically ill when they were exposed to a mystery substance in Wiltshire. The man and woman, both in their 40s, were found unconscious in Amesbury on Saturday. The town is around 8 miles from where the former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia were poisoned with a nerve agent in March. A nurse who was arrested yesterday on suspicion of the murder of 8 babies at a hospital in Chester is still being questioned by police. 28-year-old Lucy Letby is also being questioned on suspicion of the attempted murder of 6 other children at the Countess of Chester Hospital. The Secretary of State for Work and Pensions, Esther McVey, has apologised for inadvertently misleading MPs about a report criticising universal credit. Earlier, the head of the National Audit Office, Sir Amias Morse, wrote an open letter saying statements she'd made had been incorrect and unproven. Mrs McVey apologised to the House of Commons.
While speaking in Parliament in answer to questions on the NAO report into universal credit, I mistakenly said that the NAO had asked for the rollout of universal credit to continue at a faster rate and to be speeded up. In fact, the NAO did not say that, Mr. Speaker, and I want to apologise.
The Scottish National Party has been accused of pathetic theatrics by a Conservative MP for forcing 5 votes during England's World Cup match against Colombia last night. Douglas Ross, the MP for Moray, also suggested SNP MPs had been deliberately slow in voting. The SNP said ministers were responsible for the timetable. England's win was mentioned in the House of Commons this afternoon, with the Prime Minister and later Jeremy Corbyn offering messages of support.
Of course, I congratulate the England team on a fantastic performance last night. Wish them well on Saturday in the match against Sweden.
And Great Britain's Katie Swan has been knocked out of Wimbledon in the second round. She was beaten in straight sets by Romania's Mihaela Buzănescu. That's the BBC News at 3:03. Our next at 4.
Thanks, Claire.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. Little light is shining through the window, lets me know everything's alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. See the paper laying on the sidewalk, a little music from the house next door. So I walk on up to the doorstep, through the screen and across the floor. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing her tune. And I come home from a hard day's work, and you're waiting there, not a care in the world. See the smile waiting in the kitchen, food cooking on the plates for two. Feel the arms that reach out to hold me in the evening when the day is through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Steve, I'm a big fan of the show and I listen online from Columbia in Missouri in the heartland of the United States. Happy holidays. I'm 48, social worker and single, and I've not been able to find that lucky lady yet who can tolerate all my idiosyncrasies. I lived in the southwest of Britain for a short period of time with a wonderful family whilst doing informal studies at Bridgewater College, and I love to get back across the pond when possible, but it's been too long. Your show partially helps me satisfy that longing to get back to Britain, and because it airs in the morning here, it's a fun way to start my work day, especially today, Independence Day. Sometimes it makes me feel like more of the day has passed than is actually the case, so it's a nice little illusion to help get me through the day. I like that. God bless, it says. God bless you. Shannon Kirk in Columbia, Missouri.
Every day. Non-stop oldies. Non-stop.
I could not foresee this thing happening to you.
those songs part of the counterculture movement in the 60s, 50 years ago. Rolling Stones, Painted Black. 3:14 now on the non-stop oldies. As chosen by Shannon Kirk in Columbia, Missouri, USA. Independence Day. The non-stop oldies picked out by an American Shannon Kirk in Columbia, Missouri in the USA.
Steve Wright, Sunday love songs. BBC Radio 2.
Yeah, just a reminder, you can leave your dedication for this Sunday's Love Songs on Radio 2's Facebook page right now and through the afternoon. If you want to send us a dedication for love songs for this Sunday morning's programme, just go to Facebook and search for Radio 2. You'll see our Love Songs post. All you got to do is comment underneath it before 5 o'clock this afternoon, so you got ages yet. Make sure you say who you are and where you're from, along with who the dedication might be for. And yes, we do read all of the dedications that you leave on Facebook, so just make sure you're listening to Love Songs from 9 a.m. for your shout out on Sunday morning, and you could hear yours on the programme. So if you want a dedication on Love Songs, go to Facebook, search for Radio 2, leave your comment under the Love Songs post, and you got till 5.
Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why. But listen to your heart before you tell him Sometimes you wonder if this fight is worthwhile. The precious moments are all lost in the tide. Yeah, they're swept away, and nothing is what it seems. The feeling of belonging to your dreams. Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why. But listen to your heart before you tell him voices that want to be heard. So much to mention, but you can't find the words. The sense of magic, the beauty that's been. When love was wilder than the wind. Listen to your heart. Take a listen when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. Take a listen. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why. Listen to your heart before. Listen to your heart. Take a listen when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. Take a listen. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why. But listen to your heart before you tell him
These are the non-stop oldies, and we are BBC Radio 2, Great Britain.
Can I take it to the top?
Because it's Independence Day, July 4th, an American picks the non-stop oldie Shannon Kirk in Columbia, Missouri, in the USA. And just for information, FYI, in America today, the banks are closed, financial markets closed, government offices, city, county, state and federal offices are closed. Mail, no mail, post offices are closed across the USA. Closed. Forget about sending a letter. Parking at most meters across America are free today. And trash collection, generally all trash pickups will be a day late. Other municipal and private haulers may work on a different schedule, so check it out if you're listening there. The National Independence Day Parade, by the way, happens in Washington, D.C. and is a patriotic flag-waving red, white and blue celebration of America's birthday. Hundreds of thousands of people gather to view the procession of invited bands, military and special units and floats. The parade travels on Constitution Avenue along the National Mall from 7th to 17th Street. Some of the bands this year are the Aztec Marching Band and Color Guard from Barstow in California, the Somerset Academy Panther Marching Band from Pembroke Pines in Florida, and the Willow Run Rosie and Riveter Lunchbox Drill Team from Detroit. And that all starts at 4:45 UK time. I'm all over it.
You get a hold on, you believe it.
to Shannon Kirk in Columbia, Missouri, USA for picking those non-stop oldies. 3:30 in the United Kingdom. If you want to email us, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Ethan Hawke is coming on with us soon. This says, loving the show around 3:30 today. Could you please wish my daughter Grace a happy 6th birthday with love from Mummy and big sis Heather. That's from Jodie. That's done. And Stephen Team on the big show. Can you give a big shout out to Sophie and Olivia, my brilliant daughters? They're enjoying the first week of school holidays here in Prestwick. Loving the banging tunes as always. Thank you from Morag. Steve, can we get a shout out for my girlfriend Vanessa, whose birthday it is today? Happy birthday, Vanessa. We're celebrating in an Airstream caravan in Kernal. She also has never seen England win a penalty shootout. Cheers from Joe. And Tracy and Dave. All right, Dave Martin on their Hollybobs in Scotland doing the Fife coastal route. Loving the heat and the sun. Please play us a tune. Yes, I will.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine. My wife told me to stop acting like a flamingo, so I had to put my foot down. Ping me.
Here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, Glasgow M8 on the eastbound side, 28 Glasgow Airport, 27 for Paisley. There was an accident. It's now all cleared out of the way. M6 southbound, 39 Shap, 38 T-Baby had an accident there. That's all out of the way, completely cleared from the carriageway and recovered. The latest on the M56 Sharston Link eastbound, finally the breakdown. Junction 1 for the M60 is cleared. The queues, though, it's back towards the airport. So if you're heading towards Manchester, it is very slow, but the front of the queue is moving just a little bit better. The M6 now, both directions between 13 and 12. So first of all, if you're southbound between Stafford South and Gailey, there's a breakdown. Northbound between 12 and 13, so up towards Stafford South, they've got debris on the carriageway. 2 unrelated incidents between the junctions. Then on the M6 on the southbound side at 7, Great Bar through to 6, Spaghetti Junction. We've got an accident that's closed one lane. Also the A34. Now the A34 has been closed for much of the morning on the southbound side at Great Bar. Accident still being recovered between the A40-41, that's the Scots Arm traffic lights, and Jayshire Avenue. So that's still ongoing. Still can't get through there. So there's a sign diversion for you. M40 on the northbound side, 10 to 11. So up from Brackley towards Banbury, accident there, and one lane is closed. And the A10 North London southbound has reopened at White Hart Lane. Still queues though. And the M25 clockwise queue starting to build, 13 staying, 16 for the M40. Across the top, anti-clockwise, there was a breakdown, 25 to 24. Past Enfield, that's now cleared. Clockwise queues continue from about 14 Heathrow to 11 at Chertsey, starting to build. There's also a breakdown at 5. The M26 to Clackett Lane services on the clockwise side as well at the bottom. And then to the M20 westbound, 11 to 10 to Ashford South. That accident's still there. One lane is shut. And the A417 between Gloucester and the M50 is blocked both directions at Staunton. Just near the Village Hall, there's an accident there. And then finally, A31 eastbound, east of Winchester, all reopened just near to the Percy Hobbs roundabout at Chilcombe. Back with another one for you in 25 minutes.
Thank you. A few headlines in the news. The economy could receive a £2.6 billion spending boost if England make it to the World Cup final, research suggesting. And every time an England footballer scores a goal, an extra £200 million may be spent in the country's shops and pubs. A man and a woman are still in critical condition after being exposed to an unknown substance, which counter-terrorism officers are investigating. And firms waiting for the supplies of CO2 have been dealt a blow after one of the UK's main plants suffered a power outage.
Good morning. It's another sizzler.
Weekday mornings from 6:30.
It's only Mark Gatiss, everyone.
It's more, I can't watch that, it's too dark. And I used to think, oh, come on, there's something wrong with us.
It's the sparkling Sheridan Smith. Sheridan, you got very excited then, didn't you?
I did. I'm very flustered here.
You love music anyhow.
I love music.
Jason Mraz with us. Anybody else want some cake?
Can't start with a sweet. I'd like some cereal and then a bacon sandwich. Absolutely ravenous.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show.
And on the show this Friday, we're joined by Rob Brydon, Nicola Walker, Sanjeev Bhaskar with live music from years and years.
On BBC Radio 2.
5 till 5. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine. Sorry, here's those contact details. Yeah. Lorraine Kelly actually built Stansted Airport with a few local friends, including Ian Lavender. Don't tell him, Pike. At Gary Davies, soundsofthe80s.co.uk. Looks a bit like BB Rexa. Maybe it was meant to be. Pass me a beer mat. I collect them, you selfish prig.org. And keep yourself clean. Bandit.co.uk. Ding, 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 ding.
is with us. He's back. You know the nice thing about you, Ethan? Hooray! I love seeing you because we feel like we're hanging with you.
It's what we're here to do, right? Let's hang out together.
That's why he's come in,
We're
really.
hanging with Ethan Hawke.
He's got a film to mention, but really just to hang out with us.
He can mention that in passing. That's
If he
okay.
wants to, yeah.
How's your summer so far?
So far, so good.
Yeah?
Well, I'm here with you. It's air conditioned. We're having fun.
You're so damn cool. Actor, writer and director Ethan Hawke has been nominated for 4 Academy Awards and a Tony Award. As well as his acting career to date, he's directed 4 feature films, 3 off-Broadway plays, and if that's not enough, he's also written 4 novels. Now, next up, Ethan can be seen in The First Reformed. Ethan plays Reverend Toller, a former military chaplain who's now a parish priest in a small church called First Reformed in upstate New York. It's very intense. You're kind of drawn to things like this, aren't you?
Well, definitely. I mean, first of all, actors are only as good as their opportunities, really. And so when you come across a script like this, you don't take it for granted. I mean, I like to say this is kind of like a Bergman film if Bergman was cranking the Ramones the whole time he was editing.
Nice line. Yeah. He's an interesting character as well. He's troubled.
Yeah, he's troubled. When the movie starts, we find him troubled. He's a former military chaplain who talked his son into serving the war in Iraq, and his son died. Yeah. And his wife has left him over this, and we find him trying to put his life back together at this small parish that's really kind of known as a tourist church. It's a small ancillary church to a much larger conglomerate mega church.
And the congregations aren't coming anymore.
It was a former stop on the Underground Railroad, so the history of it is kind of famous for the abolitionist
It's like a
movement.
tourist attraction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so basically, Cedric the Entertainer plays my boss at this mega church, who basically gave me this tiny parish to put my life back together. Amanda Seyfried plays this character. She and her husband are expecting a baby, and they want my counsel because the father-to-be is incredibly depressed. These 2 depressed men, one older and one younger, meeting is a kind of cataclysmic event in my character's life.
There's a lot of tension there. It's intense, isn't it?
When you talk about issues like faith and leadership and politics, and you have to have something really precise and original to say, or it can be tedious. And one of the greatest scenes I ever did in my life was the scene where I'm counseling that young man. He comes to me full of angst, and I meet him with some real... Unlike a lot of movies, Reverend's not a joke. I mean, he really is trying to live an authentic spiritual life and trying to guide this young man out of his depression.
And he's not well himself.
He is not well himself.
And he's full of angst himself as well.
You know, I'm the counselor, and I'm in deep state of grief.
Sure. Yeah. We don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, but that's a bad intersection. You know, you don't want your counselor to be more depressed than you are.
It might not lead in the right direction, but don't say anymore.
You're right. I'm not sure why we're alive.
But a character like this leaps off the page. You've then got to add something to that as well, haven't you? Is that difficult to do?
Well, it's my job. It's what I love to do. You can watch some students do Hamlet, and it can be brilliant because the writing is brilliant. Yeah. And if you can match a great part at least halfway, then you give the audience something worth watching.
All right, Ethan, I love talking to you. Let's play a clip from First Reformed, have a bit of music, and then we're back with Ethan Hawke, everybody. Here comes the clip.
I've decided to keep a journal, to set down all my thoughts and the simple events of my day. I will keep this diary for 1 year, and at the end of that time, it will be destroyed.
I encouraged my son to enlist. It was a family tradition. 6 months later, he was dead in Iraq. I was lost. Lessons, the reading of the Lord. Praise be God.
Strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss in spring. My summer wine is really made from all these things.
I walked in town on silver spurs that jingle too. A song that I had only sang to just a few. She saw my silver spurs and said, let's pass some time.
summer wine.
Strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss in spring.
We're back with Ethan Hawke now. We're talking about his latest film, First Reform. Now, you're an interesting actor, always have been an interesting actor and director now, because you never went the route that we might have expected you to go.
Denzel Washington once told me all anybody wanted you to do is look pretty and take the money.
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't want to say it that way, but Denzel hit it right on the nail there. So why didn't you? I mean, you rebelled against that in a good way, right?
I don't know. All of us are playing the cards we're dealt, or to the best of our ability, right? And when I was a kid, it didn't sound pretentious to me to want to make meaningful, substantive art with my life, right? That's what I wanted to do. I went to a double feature, and I was on St. Mark's. They had this little revival house, and I almost saw a double feature of Taxi Driver and Raging Bull.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, just floored. Couldn't pick me up. I mean, it was just such incredible movies, and that's what I wanted to do in my life. It's just that energy where you feel like somebody knows we're alive. Somebody is feeling things that I'm feeling. Somebody is upset by all this hypocrisy as I am. Somebody is trying to make sense out of our universe. At that same movie theater, I also saw a double feature of 5 Easy Pieces and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as part of their Nicholson. And I mean, that like change your life great. That's what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't want to be as rich as possible. I didn't want to have a trademark by my name. I didn't want to be a brand. I wanted to make cool movies that I would want to see.
All right, so you might know my next question then. Would you play a superhero?
Definitely.
Definitely. Oh, that's a disappointing answer.
No, I mean, it's not what I want to do. I don't wake up in the middle of the night and think, God, I hope I get to wear tights. I find that stuff really boring. I mean, I sat in one of those things with my son the other day, and I didn't know things blowing up could be that boring. But that doesn't mean that some of them aren't great. One of the last times I was here in London, I saw Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart do Godot. And the place was sold out. You couldn't get a seat.
Yeah.
And you know what? Those people aren't Beckett fans. You know what they are? They love The Lord of the Rings and Star Trek. And there they are getting floored by Samuel Beckett.
And that's okay.
I love it. And part of an actor's job is to make all kinds of different things. They're coming to see Gandalf, and they walked out of there ecstatic.
Yeah.
He's using his power to do good, right? And so would I do a superhero movie? Definitely.
So you deliberately really headed down the danger line, didn't you? I mean, was there a point where you said, look, I'm not going to do these silly TV things. I'm not going to do car chases. I'm going to do what I want to do. When was that point, Ethan? Last week?
No. What's hard to do is be 47 and live up to the idealism I had when I was 20.
Right.
The second I saw One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the second you see a great film, it's like hearing great rock and roll. You don't then want to do some terrible bubblegum rock once you've had your mind blown by The Who or something. I'm still chasing the dream of making good movies.
Is it hard to get parts? The parts you want?
Always. You know, I mean, if you really think about it, there's probably, tops 10 good movies made a year. A great year, there might be 15 really terrific movies made a year. Well, how many of them have a part that's right for me? 3. How many great actors are there like me? 1 million. I mean, it's hard to get a good part in a movie that's going to be worthwhile. So
without compromising.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah. Later this year, Ethan will star in Juliet Naked, a comedy drama about musicians stuck in a love triangle. Ethan will also star alongside Paul Dano in True West on Broadway, which is due to open in January 2019. So you're working pretty hard, aren't you?
I always do.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't work as hard as you.
Well, no one works as hard as us do.
I mean, you guys are in here fighting a good fight every day.
Thank you. So listen, give us an overview of the movie. Do it in your own words.
All right. First Reformed, if Taxi Driver hit 2018 and walked through the front doors of your local parish.
Wow.
You have it.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Don't say any more.
Yeah. See Ethan Hawke in First Reform. Thank you, Ethan. It opens Friday, the 13th of July, rated 15. All right. See you again, old friend.
You're angry, but you don't know how to be that yet. It seems too much went wrong and all at once. Resistance seems impossible from down this low. And surely no one else can feel like this. But on the streets
and his Snow Patrol. Empress. Steve, give us a shout out. Sean and Jake working hard here in North Yorkshire. Football's coming home. I know.
You know they feel.
Steve, can you say hello to me and my dad? We're in the car travelling from Newcastle to London to watch Wimbledon for the first time. We're travelling down and the temperature's going up and up. Thank you from Jess Hart, age 11. Radio 2, Fire and Rain, James Taylor.
Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. Just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I won't make it any other way. Whoa, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. Seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. Whoa, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now.
If you ever meet James Taylor, he's the most zen-like person I've ever met. He's totally and utterly peaceful.
There's just a few things coming my way this time around now. Thought I'd see you, thought I'd see you.
He could probably watch those penalties without even flinching. Now, here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to the M6 on the northbound side at 18 for Holmes Chapel, just past the junction. We've got a broken down lorry, so one lane is shut. M6 southbound, first of all, 13 to 12 down to Gailey. There's a breakdown there and one lane is closed. And northbound between 12 and 13, there's debris on the carriageway. They're still trying to clear up, so you've got queues on that stretch on the northbound side. M6 southbound, 7 to 6 down towards Spaghetti Junction. Accident there, one lane is shut. And the M40 on the northbound side, 10 to 11 at Banbury, there's an accident that's closed one lane. M11 northbound, we've got two lanes closed at 7 for Harlow, up to 8 for Stansted Airport. So we've got big queues building back towards the M25 and the M25 itself. Queues both ways between 11 Chertsey, 16 for the M40. Across the top is slow at 25 for Enfield following an earlier breakdown. And the M20 westbound, 11 to 10. The accident at Ashford South has gone. And finally, A417 still closed between Gloucester and the M50 at Staunton. Back with another one with Joe and Simon, half an hour.
BBC Radio 2 in Great Britain.
One night in a disco
ago, I was cruising with my favorite gang. The place was so boring, filled with out-of-towners touring. I knew that it wasn't my thing. I really wasn't caring, but I felt my eyes staring at a guy who stuck out in the crowd. He had the kind of body that would shame Adonis, and a face that would make any man proud. Oh, what wow! He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! That I've ever seen. Oh, what wow! He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! The champion of dance, his moves will put you in a trance, and he never leaves the disco alone. Arrogance but not conceit, as a man he's complete. My creme de la creme, please take me home. He wears the finest clothes, the best designers, heaven knows. Ooh, from his head down to his toes. Halston, Gucci, Fiorucci, he looks like a steal. That man is dressed to kill. Oh, what wow! He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! That I've ever seen. I've ever seen. He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! That I've ever seen.
Superb Sister Sledge, he's the greatest dancer. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon. Coming up next hour, Tim and Bobby and Claire and Shoujo. In the showbiz cuts, we've got Michael J. Fox, Natalie Dormer. There's news of Danny and Danny Dyer. Yeah, father-daughter. Love Island. Factoids, The Socials. Helen Cullen, our guest, and much more on The Big Show. BBC Radio 2 online, on digital radio, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Claire Runacres. Health officials say there's no significant health risk to the public after two people who'd been exposed to an unknown substance became critically ill in Wiltshire. Counter-terrorism police are investigating after the man and woman were found unconscious in Amesbury on Saturday. It's around 8 miles from where the former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia were poisoned with a nerve agent in March. These people living nearby say they'll be relieved when the substance is identified.
Oh no, not again, here we go. It's too close to home again. So, but again, it's we don't know any more than that at the moment. So
when things like that happen a few yards away from your own home, But anyway, I'm not saying a single thing because I don't know.
Police in Greater Manchester say they now believe a huge moorland fire near Stalybridge may have been lit deliberately. Firefighters who've been tackling the blaze for more than a week say it's now under control. The Secretary of State for Work and Pensions, Esther McVey, has apologised for inadvertently misleading MPs about a report criticising universal credit. Earlier, the head of the National Audit Office, Sir Amos Morse, wrote an open letter saying statements she'd made about the rollout of the controversial welfare reform had been incorrect and unproven. The Labour MP Frank Field, who chairs the Work and Pensions Select Committee, is astonished.
It would appear to me that the wheels are coming off this reform. I never thought this benefit would work, so I come to it from that goal, but I'm also interested in a government that does things which can work, and it's not good enough for anybody, and it's certainly not good enough for the poorest in our society.
A nurse who was arrested yesterday on suspicion of the murder of 8 babies at a hospital in Chester is still being questioned by police. 28-year-old Lucy Letby is also being questioned on suspicion of the attempted murder of 6 other babies between March 2015 and July 2016. The government says fishing communities can look forward to a bright future as plans are set out for how the industry will work after Brexit. Ministers are promising that British boats will get a greater share of fish stocks. Bertie Armstrong is from the Scottish Fisheries Association.
This is a very distant position from the position we're now in under the Common Fisheries Policy, where we are constrained to allow 60% of the fish in our waters to be taken by other European nations. The comparative figures in other coastal states, which we'll become, one is Iceland, who keeps 95% of the fish. One is Norway, who keeps 85% of the fish.
And Hull City Council has promised to preserve a Banksy mural, even though the bridge it's painted on will have to be demolished. The authority says Scott Street Bridge over the River Hull is a danger to shipping. The artwork, called Draw the Raised Bridge, depicts a boy in a cape wielding a sword. BBC News at 4:03. Our next at 5.
All right then, thank you. Sport now, here's Shojo Saka.
Afternoon, Steve. It's emerged. England striker Jamie Vardy needed an injection for a groin strain following the team's win over Colombia last night. It's thought Vardy would have taken one of the penalties in the shootout if it hadn't been for that injury. Meanwhile, manager Gareth Southgate says they won't repeat past mistakes of underestimating Sweden when the sides meet in the World Cup quarter-finals on Saturday. England have only beaten the Swedes once in their last 8 competitive meetings. British teenager Katie Swan is out of Wimbledon after a second-round loss to Romanian Mihaela Buzarnescu. Also today, Karolina Pliskova has knocked out Victoria Azarenka, and there were wins for Venus Williams, Milos Raonic and Sam Querrey. And in cycling, Team Sky have taken the unprecedented step of releasing data on Chris Froome's diet, power output and heart rate from the British rider's victory in the Giro d'Italia in May. Earlier this week, cycling's world governing body dropped its anti-doping case against Froome over high levels of illegal asthma drug found in his system whilst he was racing last September.
Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. And I was running from my brother and his friends, and tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the boring fields in so long. I know I've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle lonely. 15 years old and smoking hand-rolled cigarettes, running from the law through the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. Had my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right, but I was younger then. Take me back to when we found weekend jobs, and when we got paid. We'd buy cheap spirits and drink them straight. Me and my friends have not thrown up in so long. Oh, how we've grown. But I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. One friend left to sell clothes, and one works down by the coast. One had 2 kids but lives alone. One's brother overdosed. One's already on his second wife. One's just barely getting by. But these people raised me, and I can't wait to go home. And I'm on my way. I still remember these old country lanes when we did not know the answers, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill.
Hey, listen to this. David Tennant, the multi-award winning actor, sits in for Sarah Cox tonight. That's at 10, bringing you a mix of great music, guests and chat to round off your day. 10 o'clock tonight, Radio 2.
BBC Radio 2.
Welcome to Ibiza. Get your fix of fun and sunshine.
As we celebrated the 30th anniversary of the second Summer of Love.
Encapsulated the moment.
There's not many places left in the world where you're not judged.
With performances.
From Faithless, Maxi Jazz! David Morales.
Bonnie Tyler. Wow.
Morchiba.
Mr. Tony Hadley.
And a special mix from Groove Armada.
Yes, come on! Zoe Ball, Gary Davis, and me, Anna Matronic.
From the White Isle.
Just call it Having It Island, because that is what it is all about.
Listen now on the BBC iPlayer radio app.
Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be
Alex Al Green, Put a Little Love in Your Heart. Big Show Radio 2 coming up on 412. In some stories today, it's been reported that Danny Dyer will not appear on Love Island when the show airs its highly anticipated Meet the Parents episode. Danny's too busy to visit the villa, apparently because the cast of EastEnders have to book their holiday months in advance. Well, of course, to ensure that not many actors are off at the same time. Same everywhere. The Sopranos prequel movie, Many Saints of Newark, will be set in an era of the infamous Newark race riots involving Italians and African Americans in the 1960s, decades before the events of the television series, it says. Everyone's talking about Gareth Southgate's waistcoat on the socials, on Twitter, for example, which has the words "It's coming home" written on it. Yeah, I know. By the way, you can always tell a manager, can't you? Doesn't matter what country. The manager's always got like a really nice suit on or a waistcoat or something like that. Looks like completely different from everybody else. And you think, there's the manager. All right, Robin tweets, imagine if England win the World Cup and Gareth Southgate takes off his waistcoat and all the results were correctly predicted underneath. Where did that come from? That's fantastic. Lorraine tweets, I think the waistcoat took part. Lath tweets, we salute you, mild-mannered waistcoat wearing, self-depreciating, modest, articulate, calm, sensible, measured, dignified, tidy-bearded beauty. Yeah, absolutely, and so say all of us. Over on Google, people are searching for 4th of July as the United States celebrates its 242nd year of independence. And what else occurring here? Evangeline Lilly has been talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is out in America today for Independence Day. Evangeline is the Wasp, and it's a bit of a big deal.
It's the 20th film that Marvel has made, and it's the first film that ever had a female's name in the title. And so when I allowed that to sort of sink and become a reality, the pressure was enormous and felt overwhelming and felt impossible to live up to. And so I just made a conscious decision not to try.
Now, a self-lacing trainer made famous by Marty McFly in Back to the Future, great Scott, has sold for more than $90,000 despite being in a very fragile state. The money will go toward research into Parkinson's disease, which Michael J. Fox suffers from, as you may or may not know. Michael can't believe how much we still love those movies after all these times. I mean, I could watch them again and again. Here he is.
I think that it just speaks to different generations in different ways. And what we didn't know was it would speak to a generation further than how far we reached in the movie. It continues to amaze us.
The brilliant Michael J. Fox. Natalie Dormer, who's best known for Game of Thrones, has been talking about her new film In Darkness, which she co-wrote and co-produced. It wasn't a quick project, but Natalie says it was worth the wait.
We started writing In Darkness in 2009, so by the time you get to set finally 7 years later, I'm concerned and invested in everybody doing their job in that room. But I actually loved that, to be perfectly honest. I love the team sport element of it, and I got a real kick out of it.
Natalie Dormer, and she'll be on with us, Natalie Dormer, it's true, tomorrow. Now, Stephen Bishop, Little Italy.
Can't you hear the parade? Somebody's calling my name. They're on the sidewalk, and all the people turn their heads to see. Oh, mama, am I holding on to the wings of a prayer? Waiting for Rosie, tell me, do ya think she cares? Oh, dancing in the streets in Little Italy. Oh, they're all dancing in the streets in Little Italy. streets in little Italy.
Still to come with us, writer Helen Cullen, Irish writer discussing her debut novel, The Lost Letters of William Woolf. And if you want to make contact, steve.wright at bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Now here we are returning for more Factoids. Here's Bobby Pryor.
When you were a kid, did you have Crayolas? Do you know Crayola crayons?
Of course,
well, do you know what Crayola means?
Oh, no.
It means oily chalk. The name combines cray, which is French for chalk, and ola, short for oleaginous or oily. I think it's oleaginous.
It's exactly right.
Yeah.
Did you know, what percentage, I won't tell you straight away, what percentage of people are left-handed?
28%.
7%.
11% is the answer. Did you know that the average person falls asleep in how many minutes?
22.
14.
7.
Factoids.
And now it's 4:20.
BBC Radio 2.
It's the folk show with Mark Radcliffe tonight. That's at 8 o'clock. And American singer-songwriter Natalie Merchant talks to Mark about her summer tour. And this is my personal favourite of Natalie Merchant's. It's called Motherland.
Where in hell can you go? Far from the things that you know. Far from the sprawl of concrete that keeps crawling its way. About 1,000 miles a day. Take one last look behind. Commit this to memory and mind. Don't miss this wasteland, this terrible place when you leave. Keep your heart off your sleeve. Motherland, cradle me, close my eyes, lullaby me to sleep. Keep me safe, lie with me, stay beside me, don't go. Don't you go. Oh, my 5 and dime queen, tell me, what have you seen? The lost and the avarice, the bottomless, the cavernous greed. Is that what you see? Oh, motherland, cradle me, close my eyes, lullaby me to sleep. Keep me safe, lie with me, stay beside me, don't go. It's your happiness I want most of all, and for that I'd do anything at all. Oh, mercy me, if you want the best of it, or the most of all. If there's anything I can do at all. I come on shotgun bright. What makes me envy your life? Faceless, nameless, innocent, blameless, and free. What's that like to be? Oh, motherland, cradle me, close my eyes, lullaby me to sleep. Keep me safe, lie with me, stay beside me, don't go, don't go, motherland, cradle me, close my eyes, lullaby me to sleep. Keep me safe, lie with me, stay beside me, don't go, don't go.
Natalie Merchant. Motherland. Beautiful.
88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2.
I love these things in the mirror. Some stuff we didn't do earlier on. This is the top 10 of where disposable income goes. Number 10 is investment stocks and shares. 9, charity donations. Number 8, cinema or theatre. Number 7, new tech. Number 6, TV subscriptions. Treating loved ones at 5. Number 4, hobbies. Number 3, holidays. Number 2, cash savings. And number 1, going out for food and drinks. That doesn't say gadgets here. Oh, that would have been mine.
It does, it says new tech.
Oh, yeah, new tech. I suppose that's gadgets, isn't it? Yeah.
I think there's so much more to have these days or not to have.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's no surprise we're not saving enough, for later because
Yeah.
there's so many more things to buy. I mean, think of that list.
Yeah.
How many things on that list that you didn't know about 20 years ago?
Quite a few.
Yeah, so there were all those things that we didn't buy then.
Yeah.
So we had more money.
I know, but we weren't goaded by the, online salespeople.
Well, you might be goaded. I'm not goaded. No, you need to be stronger. You need to have some self-control.
Yeah,
Don't
but
keep
then there's-
spending your money willy-nilly.
The thing is, there's more not to have. It's very difficult not to have stuff.
Yeah.
But if the stuff is there, how do you not have it? That's
Yeah.
the resistance that you need.
I buy a lot of super glue. I love super glue. Vaping has helped slash smoker numbers by 1.6 million in 6 years. I guess that's good news. What else? Oh, let's do the birthdays and anniversaries, if you're ready for it. What do you say, Tim?
Yeah, go on.
All right. So when, Bobby, do you think the first horse-drawn buses went into action in London? The first horse-drawn buses?
Oh, 1872.
Oh, that's a very good guess. In fact, it was 1829.
That's miles out. Never mind, that's a very good guess.
Well,
that's
kind of
40 years
It's
later.
the right century, and I'm thinking, okay, you got a horse-drawn bus. Where's the conductor go? Does he have to climb down? If it's a one-man-only bus, he's right in the
Well, it won't
orders.
be one man or one woman only, will it? You can have the bloke driving the horses or the woman driving the horses.
And then the bloke in the carriage.
conductor at
Yeah.
the back going, "Fares, please."
Yeah.
Up and down the steps.
Okay, this day, what year, New York's Statue of Liberty gets a centenary facelift?
Oh, centenary facelift. So it must have gone in 1936.
86 is the answer. Who was Louis B. Mayer?
He was a very famous film producer, as in Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer.
Yes, and who was Louis Satchmo Armstrong?
Well, he was a jazz trumpeter.
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
but also a singer as well.
A singer, band leader, jazz trumpeter. That tune that he did, What a Wonderful World, is the most used in commercials around the
That's
world.
a brilliant song.
Ever. Yeah.
Wonderful piece of
It is a
music.
beautiful piece of music, that. And Neil Simon, American playwright of enormous popularity. Neil Simon, born this day, 1927. You're up to date. Look, it's the big show.
So young to be the words of your own song. I know the rage in you is strong. Write a world where we can belong to each other and sing it like no other. Oh, if I could hear myself when I say, oh,
You can wear sunglasses today. It's okay, mate. Love is bigger than anything. Steve, any chance that you and the team can do a shout-out for the crew of the sail training boat Pegasus? Ahoy there! We have a team of Year 7s on from the Brannell School in Cornwall and are 20 miles offshore. The seagulls around, I'm scared of them. Sailing in the grey Misley English Channel toward Fowey. Those who haven't got seasickness are enjoying the music. Cheers, Craig and the crew of Pegasus.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine. Do make contact. Let us know what you think. Here's the details. Don't take a leak in a septic tank. Meets cake by the ocean. And hop on an easy jet with Sia, but leave Sean Paul behind. .co.uk.org.co.uk.org.co.
All right, 4:31 and Bobby.
Steve, thank you. M62 westbound 30, Rothwell to 29. So towards Lofthouse and the M1, we've got a breakdown. So one lane is shut. It's a little bit slow past the scene, but not too bad. M60 anti-clockwise at 11 for Barton, or between Barton and 10, the Trafford Centre. We've got a lorry that's broken down, so one lane is shut. The latest on the M6 now northbound at 18 for Holmes Chapel. We've got a broken down vehicle. There is one lane shut there. Then the M6 problems between 13 and 12. Southbound, a car broke down at 12 for Gailey. All lanes are open, but it's still heavy. On the M6 northbound, up from Gailey at 12 towards Stafford South at 13. We had debris on the carriageway. That has now been cleared out of the way. All lanes are open. M6 southbound, 7 to 6 through towards Spaghetti Junction. We had an accident earlier. That's now been cleared, but it's still very heavy. M40 northbound, 10 to 11 up to Banbury. Accident there has been cleared, but you've still got congestion taking at least 20 minutes to get through. M11 northbound, 7 to 8 up towards Bishop Stortford and the airport turn. All lanes now open. However, you've still got a big queue behind it, taking at least 30 minutes to get through there. And to the M25, both ways, 11 Chertsey, 16 for the M40 is busy, just the usual congestion. And then it's a little bit slow anti-clockwise at the top at Potter's Bar, 24, following an earlier breakdown. And clockwise at 5 towards Clackett Lane Services, there was a breakdown there. All lanes are open. M20 westbound at 11 for Hythe and 10 for Ashford South. That accident has been cleared from the carriageway, but it's still slow. And the M4 westbound at Bristol, breakdown at 19. This is for the M32 and the M5. We've got one lane shut and it's very heavy. Back with another one in 25 minutes.
Thank you, Bobby. Happy 4th of July. Cullen has had jobs including organising events for Irish broadcaster RTE and travelling the world as part of Google's UK marketing team. Although she's previously worked in a world where the internet connects users to a product, she's about to publish a book that focuses on our disconnect from the real world in a digital age. It's Helen Cullen, everybody. So this is a novel. Good afternoon. How are you? Okay.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. It's lovely to be here.
Well, it's our pleasure. Now, when you worked for Google, did you have to sit on beanbags and play table tennis the whole time?
Well, I mean, we had desks, but I have been known to have a meeting in a ball pen or two in my time, I'm sorry to say.
How have you become this writer that you are now? I mean, because you worked for RTE, you say, yeah?
I worked for RTE straight away out of university. I went into radio, which I loved.
Right.
And I think that writing was always something that I had this instinct that I'd love to do, but had never really made the commitment to trying to do it. I think I had this idea that real writers were up all night writing by candlelight, you know, burning and compelled to tell their stories. Well, I think it took me a while to sort of work out that it was as much about discipline as it was inspiration, and that writers really worked really hard on their craft every single day, and it wasn't just something that happened by magic. So I think the fact that I hadn't been automatically writing and creating beautiful prose from the time I was in primary school, like so many writers that you hear about.
Made you think that you couldn't
exactly
do it.
It's about confidence, I suppose.
I think so.
And so you went on a course, didn't you, initially?
I did. So to kind of get me started, I did a 6-month writing workshop, and that really gave me just a structure where I had to create work every week. So I liked having that deadline. I think from my broadcasting and journalism background, it suited me, you know, to have deadlines where I had to submit work too. And I realised that in order for the work to happen, you had to create the opportunity for it to happen. I think you could walk around for 13 days waiting for inspiration to strike, but it was only when you sat down on the 14th day and created the opportunity for work that it would reveal itself.
I think everybody, although you having said that, I agree with you, but everyone's got a different process, haven't they?
Absolutely. And I think I've been lucky enough to meet so many writers during the course of the publication process, and the only thing they have in common in their story of how they got published was that they finished their books. That is the only thing we seem to all have in common. Everyone else's story has been totally different.
There's quite an interesting premise to this. It's your debut novel. It's called The Lost Letters of William Wolfe. The story is set in the Dead Letters Depot in East London, and it's about William Wolfe. Now, who is William Wolfe, and what's it all got to do with dead letters?
So William Wolfe is a letter detective, and he is one of 11 people who spend their days solving the mysteries of letters and posts that got lost in the mail.
Do these people really exist?
So these people really exist. They're letters that have gotten lost because the addresses went missing, or they got smudged, or it fell off, or whatever happened to them in the post. So they open all these letters and they parcels, and they try and solve the clues within them to work out where the letters came from or where they were meant to go, and to reunite them with their recipients.
I didn't know that. Did you know?
I didn't know that, no. And in fact, I didn't know either. And you mentioned this in the book, that only a small number of these actually find their recipients, don't they? Which is incredibly sad.
Yeah, and when I first started writing it, this was a fictional place I'd imagined existing, and then subsequently found out that they have these dead letters depots all over the world, and the one for the UK is in Belfast. So I'd love to visit them. I'm sure that they are much more functional, I certainly hope so, than this kind of band of characters that I've put together, but there are people doing this job, which is just amazing.
Yeah. Helen Cullen is with us. We'll be right back with Helen in just a moment. Don't go away. Enjoy this.
Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Staring at the bottom of your glass, hoping one day you'll make a dream last. But dreams come slow and they go so fast. See it when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely dies. But you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Staring at the ceiling in the dark, same old empty feeling in your heart. 'Cause love comes slow and it goes so fast. Well, you see her when you fall asleep, but never to touch and never to keep. 'Cause you loved her too much and you dive too deep. Where you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Oh, 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 oh. And you let her go. You only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. 'Cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go.
Passenger.
Hi, this is Trump. Hey, loser. Can I get a selfie with Louis Carney?
Yeah.
Great guy.
When you think of Broadway, you might think of Barbara Cook, Ethel Merman, Angela Lansbury.
Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade.
The stars that shine the brightest are the ladies that lead the way. Join me as we take a look at some of the biggest names on Broadway, who all happen to be female.
I like the shows of America.
And hear from the ladies taking centre stage today, including Bernadette Peters, Dame Diana Rigg, Chita Rivera, and more.
Elaine Page's Broadway Ladies.
Hear part 1 now by downloading the BBC iPlayer radio app.
And part 2, Sunday afternoon from 1 on Radio 2.
Cool.
Stop running, you won't fall behind. So you think, and you wonder in your heart if you still are who you are. Who are you? Nothing's as it seems till it all falls apart. If you have a dream, go chase it. If you feel hope, don't waste it. If you find love, embrace it. And never take a single breath for granted. The story's yours, go write it. Tomorrow's undecided. Our days are counted on this planet. Never take a single breath, take a single breath for granted. Maybe it's time you bet on yourself. Listen to your heart, just listen to your heart and nobody else. So go find out who you are, only you know who you are. Who are you? 'Cause all you have to lose is your best life yet. So go ahead. If you have a dream, go chase it. If you feel hope, don't waste it. If you find love,
novel, The Lost Letters of William Wolfe. So in your story, this is his story. Whose are the letters?
So in this book, William, who is solving these mysteries every single day, starts to discover letters from a woman who has written to her great love without knowing who that is.
Oh, this is good. Keep going, keep going.
She's writing to her great love, but she doesn't know who the great love is.
No, so it's just how she imagines her great love would be. So they're like messages in a bottle. She's writing them and sending them out into the universe, not knowing everyone's ever going to receive them. But William finds them.
And he thinks...
Well, as the letters keep coming and he has his own difficulties at home in his marriage, things are kind of crumbling there, and they really start to speak to him, and he becomes really fascinated by the woman who's writing these letters and starts to think, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm her great love.
Oh, that's brilliant. And also, it gives you plenty of scope, doesn't it, as a writer? That kind of premise gives you plenty of scope.
Oh, absolutely. Unwittingly, it was the greatest gift I could ever have given myself. Because in this Dead Letters Depot, anyone could be writing to anyone about anything. They could find anything in the post. So when I was going about my life in London, I could be inspired by anything I saw on a daily basis and turn it into a letter or turn it into a discovery in the depot.
Yeah.
So interwoven with the main kind of love story, there were all these little mysteries that they're solving all the time. It was such a joy to write, and it meant that I could always really indulge in creating lots of different stories. Any one of these letters could probably have been a novel on their own if you went into them.
I mean, it's not a fantasy, but there's a kind of fantasy element about it. Is that fair to say?
I think so, yeah. I was really wanted to create this world where magic and realism could kind of collide together on a daily basis. Because one of the things that I really thought a lot about was sort of that juxtaposition that exists between the way romantic love is portrayed in the arts and in the media, but the pragmatic reality of actually sustaining a relationship. So I wanted to take that magic and pragmatism and put them together in a world where anything could happen, and the Dead Letters Depot came into being.
And it's interesting, you as somebody who was in radio, communications and marketing, for goodness sake, and working with computers, your first novel is about letters.
Yes.
Old school, old style.
Well, for me, I think that letter writing is going to make a big comeback the way vinyl did.
Fantastic answer. I'm not sure if we can go on now.
I think that's a good idea. It's a good, good suggestion.
That's great. Well, I think that's true, by the way. I actually do think that's true.
I hope so. I'm a one-woman campaign at the moment to revolutionise letter writing, but you can be in my team.
Well, yeah.
We will be.
But whatever happened to writing to your grandmother, writing nice romantic... You know, I host love songs on radio too, and we get some nice letters. I sometimes think I'd like to just have more letters, even copies of letters that they've sent to each other. That'd be lovely.
Oh, maybe I'll write to you one day.
Would you do that? Would you do that? So, are we able to say, like, where the story goes? I mean, obviously, we don't want to give it too much away, but are we looking at a happy ending? We're looking at an unusual ending? We're looking at a kind of...
I think it's fair to say that the end of the novel, just like in life, maybe everything isn't tied up in a bow, but I think that there's resolution for everybody.
Can we say their eyes met?
No, we can't. We can't say... No, but you're thinking you've given it away, but you might not have.
I'm saying nothing.
And we don't know whose eyes we're talking about, do we?
Okay,
No,
fair
we
enough.
don't know whose eyes. Could be anybody's eyes. You're already, I understand, working on a new novel. I mean, I think to write novels, you have to have imagination. Your next one is about an Irish potter.
It is indeed.
That's imagination in the extreme, isn't it?
Yes, it's a man. I'm kind of slowly falling in love with him at the moment. He's called Murtagh Moon, and he lives on an island off the west coast of Ireland.
He's called?
He's called Murtagh Moon.
But, you know, the other week, Jeremy was talking about unusual Irish names. There's one right there, right?
And there's plenty more where that came from.
That's great, isn't it?
Great name, yeah.
So, this is your job now?
Well, for as long as they'll allow me for this to be my job, I will happily keep going. But yeah, I'm writing full-time every day, and it's a total joy.
Oh, that's great. Helen Cullen's debut novel, The Lost Letters of William Wolfe, is out in hardback and ebook from next Thursday, the 12th of July. Very nice to meet you. Keep doing it, and I feel we're on the cusp of something wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure.
We're going to be talking to you for the next 40 years. I
hope so.
I just feel it. Thank you, Helen. Thank you very much.
Touch. You know I love you, but you don't know how much. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. But we can find a better way. Have
sound. Do you feel it? The world is turning. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. We can find a better way. Have to find a better way. We can find a better way to prove it, prove it, prove it. It's a beautiful life. If you give it a chance, it can make you dance. It's a beautiful life. All right, all right. You know I love you, but you don't know how much. You know I need you. I need your touch. We can find a better way. Have to find a better way. We can find a better way to prove it, prove it, prove it. It's a beautiful life. If you give it a chance, it can make you dance. It's a beautiful life. All right.
This says, finish my day as a postie in the garden now, listening to your little show. Great music and bands. Cheers, Stephen T. Maz from Coventry. Thank you very much, Maz. And thank you very much, Rick Astley. Digitalspy.com says Star Trek is getting a new series of audio books. Independent.co.uk says Stormzy stops Ibiza gig to watch England penalty shootout. Well, why wouldn't you? And LiveForeverUK.com says Paul McCartney unveils his first Egypt Station tour date. So now you're up to date. And what about the traffic? Here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to the M6 southbound through Lancashire, 32 to 31 at Samlesbury, we've got an accident. So 2 lanes are shut down from the M55 and big queues are really starting to build. To the M60 anti-clockwise between 11 and 10. So over the Barton Bridge towards the Trafford Centre, we've got a broken down lorry and 1 lane is shut. M6 on the southbound side, 19 to 18. So heading south towards Holmes Chapel, we've got another broken down lorry. We've got 1 lane shut. The northbound broken down lorry up towards 19 Lutsford has gone, but still slow. Problems with the M5 on the northbound side between 5 and 4A. So M42, if you're heading up from Droitwich, we've got a broken down vehicle where 2 lanes are shut. The latest on the M11 northbound, still delays between 7 and 8 up towards Bishop Stortford and the airport turn-off following an earlier accident. And then to the M25, expect queues both ways. If you're heading between Chertsey, 11, and then around to 16 for the M40, that's still busy. A little bit slow into the Dartford Tunnel, back from Junction 2 as well. And then finally to the A417 between the M50 and Gloucester. The A417 is still closed at Staunton. Back with another one with Joe and Simon in 30 minutes.
Thank you.
BBC Radio 2.
Godness on a mountain top was burning like a silver flame.
Shocking Blue, Venus. Well, I got news to follow on Radio 2, then Joe and Simon. They've got Aid on tonight. With us tomorrow, Natalie Dormer. Keep cool. Happy birthday, Joe.